Hey guys, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty fantastic. Thank you for asking. I know a lot of you are going through some things right now called exams, and I know how much they suck because I too once went to school. But don't worry, after my years and years of school experience, I think I figured out how to properly study for exams. Now, everyone learns differently, so some of these may work for you, some of them may not. But do not fear, because I've come up with all kinds of ways for study habits and study tricks and memorization kind of things. So let's get this done, shall we? Professor Dr. Kate here in the house to help with my trusty sidekick Thor, who is eating dust bunnies right now. The first study habit thingy I came up with was putting things I needed to memorize into a song. Exams are pretty much knowing what you learned and then also memorization. When I was in kindergarten, my mom taught me kindergarten, and one of the things that she taught me was to memorize the states of the United States, but it was in different sections and I only remember the South and the East Coast. But East Coast goes Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine. So I still remember it after like forever ago. Just get whatever song you have stuck in your head, and then if you have to memorize it with, I don't know, what's something you have to memorize? Parts of the cell. Then you could just put everything that you need to know into a song, and then when you're taking the test and there's a little diagram saying list everything, you'd be like, oh, powerhouse, blah, 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 blah. The second tactic I learned is more helpful to my brother, believe it or not. Helping him memorize stuff was better with hand motions. And I kind of did this as well, but it didn't really stick too much with me because I remember in biology we were learning something about like plants, seeds, something. I remember like having hand motions like you put to this and then it goes like this and then you kind of grow a plant and then the plant, it was something out there. Just come up with whatever you want. It's up to you, it's not up to me. But these are things that I used for me and my brother to study, and it tended to work. I mean, we both graduated, so hey. Next little memorization thing I have is reminders. Like, I don't know, so you have to memorize presidents. Then you have to think, okay, well, dang, I'm from somewhere that doesn't really care about the United States presidents and who they are, even though I have memorized them because I put them into a song. I don't want to talk about it. Song really works though, in case you're just really struggling on memorizing. Songs work, at least for me. What was I talking about? Yeah, so remembering stuff. So say you have to memorize like presidents or something and you can't remember who the first president is. Think, okay, well, what's kind of like the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Oh, the first president was George Washington. So you kind of like leave little reminders and like make your head connect one thing to the next. Like everything's connected, as Edwin's been saying for the past like 10 days. Yeah. So just kind of like do little things that will spark something in your mind. Another obvious one is note cards. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone uses note cards to study, and if you don't, then I would recommend it because it's a pain in the butt writing it down. But rewriting it and stuff basically just triggers your brain to remember it more. It's like, oh, I remember writing this. One thing I noticed that helped me a lot in high school was colored markers. I would write down the teacher's lesson with colored markers. I would study with colored markers because for me, colors popped out. Markers helped me remember what happened in the Salem witch trial, or it helped me memorize the Gettysburg Address. Another little tip thing that I used to do, and I discovered with my best friend actually in our biology class, was you draw the scenario. And you may be like, what? But you don't understand, I was so bad at biology because I didn't understand. Like, there was just too much going on, then there was dissecting things, and I don't do well with dissecting things. So me and my friend would draw scenarios. Like, she would tell me to draw what I imagined a lysosome, or I would tell her to draw a mitochondria, or just stuff like that. Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell, blah, 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 blah. Last but not least, you can always study with a friend. However, this does not always work because you end up watching Netflix and eating pizza and enjoying time with friends and, you know, stuff like that, stuff I used to do. But you know, studying with a friend can sometimes help, especially if both of you like really need to pass a test and then you're just like, okay, no, we gotta do this. You know, having someone study with you can be beneficial because there's people who are visual learners, there's people who are audio learners, there's people who learn by like acting it out and stuff like that. Hopefully some of these will help you guys through your exams. I know it's quite a stressful time for y'all. I've been through it. But with these things, you know, it helps, I think. And if any of y'all have, you know, any other tips for anybody for studying or for learning, feel free to like comment below and like help each other out because we're all a big family and we all, you know, love each other. Even the trolls, but we don't acknowledge them anymore. Right, guys? Right. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. I need to eat. I haven't eaten. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye!